Hello, geometry students. So in today's activity, we are going to do a GeoGebra rigid motions activity to introduce or to do an investigation, I should say, on congruent triangles. So your post is going to look something like this. The directions, notice it says you must complete one of each of the transformations in the activity. You're going to do a screenshot of each one and paste them into the Google Doc provided when you're finished, and then you're going to turn it into Classroom. So this is, I put here, I also attached a video. You should be watching that if you clicked on this link here. So in this particular activity, when you click on this GeoGebra link here, it's going to take you to a screen that looks something like this. So you're trying to figure out, like it says here, is there a sequence of rigid motion that maps the blue triangle onto the red one? Okay, so if I'm looking at this and I'm looking at my options, I'm thinking, this isn't a translation. If it's a translation, it's going to slide to the left or the right or to the left or up or down. That's not what's happening here. So I don't want to click on translation. If it's a reflection, I can drag this line that's going to appear. So is this light red triangle on top of the dark red one? No. Okay, so it's not a reflection. So maybe it's a rotation. So this point here, I'm going to circle it with a pen. This is your rotation point. It is by default at the center. Okay, you can drag it to different areas if you like. That is completely up to you. Okay. But where we're going to rotate it is this, you can see here, this area here, I'm going to click on to do the rotation. So if I click it and drag it, it's going to show my triangle is rotated. So I can get pretty close, but it's not perfect. So maybe this one isn't just a rotation. Maybe this one is a rotation and a translation. So I want to click over here, translation, rotation. I'm going to check that box right there. Okay, so I did the rotation. Now I need to translate it. So you can see how I'm, oops, where's my translation point? There we go. Okay, so I want to translate it to fit on top of it. So you've just got to play with it, do your best. Okay, I'm getting really close. So there we go. Now it fit perfectly. So it shows me over here on the screen on the left, I did a 264.93 counterclockwise rotation, and I went 1.34 units vertically and 0.77 horizontally. So this is an example of a translation rotation. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to do a screenshot of your page. Okay, and then you're going to go into the Google Doc. So that would be, let's see here, this one right here. And since we said this was a translation rotation, I would paste it in this particular box here. So you need to, and then when you're ready for the next problem, you're going to click New Question. So you need to find one of each. Again, you need to find one that's just a translation, do a screenshot, paste it in there. Find one that's just a rotation, one that's just a reflection, one that's a combination of a translation reflection, one that's a combination of reflection and rotation, and then the last one that's all three of them. So once you have a picture of each one from this activity, again, keep finding a new question until you find one that works for you, then you're going to turn in this particular doc into Google Classroom. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know.